Darcy and James have chosen to write their own vows. Darcy won the arm wrestling contest in the back before the ceremony, has opted to go first.
Come in so it looks good.
Okay.
James, I can't believe this is actually happening. This is probably the greatest love story ever. In 12 years, we have gone through things that would have ended marriages, but they only made us stronger, and here we are. And after 12 years, I want you all to remember it's been 12 years. You are still my favorite person on earth. I want to thank you so much for all of the things that you do that makes my life better, like bringing me coffee in the morning, always logging me back into ID Discovery to watch my crime shows, correcting my grammar, getting up to feed the cats in the morning, apparently I hate mornings, and letting me have 7 stray cats outside of our window that I spend way too much money on.
True.
It is true. They're called the outdoor cats. I think you would literally do anything to make me happy. You bring music and laughter into my life. You are my moral compass, the foundation from which I get to fly and truly be myself. And there is no one else I could work in a 1-bedroom apartment with for 100 hours a week and still want to hang out with. I don't know if you know this, but the moment that I realized I was falling in love with you, we were in New York, and I was making food in the kitchen, which makes this sound like an untrue story. But I was cooking, and you came up behind me, and you gave me a bear hug, and then you spun me around to dance with me while the food burned, which was not my fault this time. But I realized that with your love, I could watch the world burn down, and we would forever be slow dancing in a burning room.
Oh.
James, Kendall, I love you so much, and I can't wait to burn the world down with you the rest of my life. You are my favorite.
Oh man, be patient. Oh shit.
I didn't say that. That's a reference.
Okay.
Want me to read that for you?
That's like 8-point font.
It is 8.1. Darcy, the first time I met you, you were berating a man for putting his empty beer bottle in Toys for Tots box. And I loved you right there. The second time we met, you knocked on my door, just looking perfect.
I looked like Britney Spears. That was my Britney Spears night. Wait, side note, can I interrupt?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I almost put it in my vows. I almost put it in my vows that I got ready that night trying to look like Britney Spears to come down to see him. So I just,
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You were looking perfect. You were this beam of energy. I had a big dumb smile on my face, and I kind of felt the way I feel now, nervous and excited and happy. I've never been happier than when I'm with you, Darcy. You're so driven and talented and focused, then so sweet and sensitive. You have this deep and lasting empathy in you that not everyone gets to see all the time, but I get to see it every day. You have a good soul and a good conscience. You're an amazing friend. It's no wonder you have so many of them. I promise that for the rest of my life, Oh, and you kind of stepped on a couple of my jokes here.
Oh, shit, sorry.
I promise that for the rest of my life, I'll fall asleep to bad crime dramas on Investigation Discovery. I'll buy 1% milk.
Thank you.
I'll give you the more convenient side of the bed, whatever's closer to the door. I'll let you keep feeding the cats outside our window for the rest of our lives. And I will catch their kittens. And I will find home for those kittens. Being with you makes me a better man than I even knew I could be. You're supportive and kind. I love your sense of humor. And even when things don't go your way, you're the most resilient and forgiving person I've ever met in my life. I love you for all of it. I fall in love with you every time you walk in the room. You're my favorite, Darcy. I love you.
You two are lovely and you're perfect. Okay, do we have rings? These rings are a symbol of your union, of your lives joining in one unbroken circle with no seams, no beginning, and no end. James, please place the ring on Darcy's finger and repeat after me. I, James, take you, Darcy, to be my wife.
I, James, take you, Darcy, to be my wife.
I will share my life with yours.
I will share my life with yours.
Make your dreams my own.
Make your dreams my own.
Support you through tough times of trouble.
Support you through tough times of trouble.
And join with you in times of joy.
And join with you in times of joy.
I will respect, love, and support you.
I will respect, love, and support you.
Through all of life's trials and triumphs.
Through all of life's trials and triumphs.
My commitment is made in love.
My commitment is made in love.
Lived in hope.
Lived in hope.
And made new every day of our lives.
And made new every day of our lives.
Darcy, your turn. Please place the ring on James' finger and repeat after me. I, Darcy, take you, James, to be my husband.
I, Darcy, take you, James, to be my husband.
I will share my life with yours.
I will share my life with yours.
Make your dreams my own.
Make your dreams my own.
Support you through times of trouble.
Support you through times of trouble.
And join with you in times of joy.
And join with you in times of joy.
I will respect, love, and support you.
I will respect, love, and support you.
Through all of life's trials and triumphs.
Through all life's trials and triumphs.
My commitment is made in love.
My commitment is made in love.
Lived in hope.
Lived in hope.
And made new every day of our lives.
And made new every day of our lives.
Now for the legal part. Do you, James, take Darcy to be your lawfully wedded wife, to love, honor, and cherish from this day forward for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you, Darcy, take James to be your lawfully wedded husband, to love, honor, and cherish from this day forward for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
That's the good part. And by the power vested in me by the state of California and the church, the Universal Church, the Life of the Church, I now pronounce you man and wife. James.
About 10 years ago, Darcy and I challenged each other for Christmas. We were poor. Yeah, we didn't have any money. So we said, instead of buying each other expensive items, we challenged each other to do something scary. My challenge to Darcy was to be an extra on a TV show or a movie. Just an extra, you know. She did it in 8 days. She was on an episode of Bones.
Her challenge to me was to go to an open mic night and perform 2 songs, which is so much more accessible. And I never did it. So, now, 10 years later, interest, I'm doing 4 songs at my own wedding. Darcy thinks she knows everything about this wedding. Yeah, 4 songs. Yeah, no, you don't. So, yeah. So here we go. Oh, no, it wasn't. That's real. I have lyrics printed out. I'll just forget them. Nah. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. My house in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beautiful Castillo, I need it all. My acres of a land that I've achieved, it may be hard for you to stop and believe, but for you, I'd leave it all. Oh, for you, I'd leave it all. And give me one good reason why I should never make a change. And baby, if you hold me, then all this could go away. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. And baby, if you hold me, then all of this could go away. My many artifacts, the list goes on. If you just say the words out of the front, or do I'd leave it all. Oh, for you, I'd leave it all. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you hold me, then all of this will go away. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you hold me, then all of this will go away. Woo! My friends and family don't understand. They feel they lose so much, and if you take my hand, but for you, I'd lose it all. Oh, for you, I'd lose it all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you hold me, then all of this could go away. everybody's favorite songs. Somebody up here, you might know her, but not yet, not like the second one up, because we kind of thought maybe she deserved a little intro. So yeah, we're gonna bring somebody up in a second. Here we go. Down in the morning, nothing, baby boy.
These paper towels with you. Yeah, they're like, what safety is the bucket?
While we're doing,
Let me see this other bucket.
say thank you to everybody that makes this.
All right now? Check, check, check. Test, test, test. Sibilance, sibilance.
Batteries are dying. Can you see if they're... I haven't seen anybody move. Where'd the couch go?
All right. Yes. We're going to do one more song. Before I do that, we want to introduce the band here. My brother is Lars Kendall here on, thank you. Lars Kendall on bass. He was on keyboards. He just shifted over like no big deal.
They can play multiple instruments.
On lead guitar over here is Martin Young. We got Grant Loud over here on the keyboards now. He's shifted over. Look at the talent. Look at the talent. And back on drums here is my dad, Jim McCarthy.
I have basically just joined the Von Trapp family, which is awesome.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson. I'm gonna mess around. Well, I'm going to Jackson. Look out, Jackson Town.
Well, go on down to Jackson. Go ahead and wreck your hill. Go play your hand, you big talking man. Make a big fool of yourself. Yeah, go to Jackson. Go comb your hair.
I'm in a snowball, Jackson.
See if I care.
When I breeze into that city, the people gonna stoop and bow. All them women gonna make me teach them what they don't know how. I'm going to Jackson. Turn the loose of my coat. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson.
But that's all she wrote.
we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout.
Aw, you guys, seriously, let's drink. Okay. I was just told by my husband that I have to remind you guys. So we're gonna take a little break right now. Ollie's gonna play some music. Thank you. And we're gonna come back here for Maid of Honor and Best Man speeches in just a bit, and for one of my favorite bands, Crossroads and the Detroit Knights.
Parents, of course. Parents. Yeah, it's been amazing. So James felt like one of the luckiest people in the world to have you as my brother. You've been like a guiding light to me my whole life. And you're someone I've always looked up to, and it's an honor to be here as your best man. So I was thinking back about one morning when we were little. I think I was about 5, which would have meant James about 10. Yeah, and I don't know if you remember this, James, but it was some weekend. We had the house to ourselves, and I came stumbling down one morning. I had just woken up, still groggy, only to find a completely improvised carnival set up throughout our house, just out of nowhere. And so James went ahead and explained what was going on here. There was like a pedestal set in front of the front door with 3 cups on top of it, a ball sitting a few feet away, ready to be thrown at it. There were glasses all over the kitchen table with dimes ready to be tossed into them, and various other carnival games just scattered throughout our house. And then a giant mound of my stuffed animals for me to win back through all of these games. And so it might seem a little bit cruel to make a little child win back all of his precious stuffed animals, but I was really into it. I got the game. And so we went ahead, and he just started taking me from game to game, and I won back all my stuffed animals throughout the morning, and I was just loving every minute of it. And what struck me even at that early age, was just that he had done this whole thing just purely for my entertainment. And unless it was just some sort of a big ego trip for him or something, so he could feel like a big man, me as a mere pawn in his sick, twisted little game. Come on to you. But seriously, there's this sense of loving, altruistic fun-seeking that I think really defines James. I have so many wonderful memories growing up with him. That story is just one that always really stuck out to me as unique and emblematic of what an awesome person he is. And Darcy, so excited to finally have you as my official big sister. After everything became official at the engagement, Darcy made a point of making up for lost time by repeatedly giving me noogies. And I just want to be clear that I think you've made your point. So I'm really hoping we can just move beyond all that to bigger and better noogie-related things. Oh, yes, it'd be a pleasure. Yep, Darcy's just been so welcoming and warm to me from the moment I met her. And she really did just take on the role of big sister just from day one. And I remember shortly after we met, she asked if she could essentially be my fashion stylist and give me a bit of a makeover. So I happily took the offer, since I'd never really had such a thing before. I mean, I love you, James, but you kept me looking like a slob for the first 20 years of my life. So Darcy's first piece of advice, which might seem a little obvious to most of you, was to just start wearing clothes that actually fit me. It was a novel concept to me. Because I had a tendency back then of always just draping enormous clothes over me, just to make myself look less skinny, I thought. Yeah, and then I remember she told me, Lars, you look like you're swimming in your clothes. And I seriously think about that like every time. I'm looking at new clothes now, like every single time. So if not for her, the suit that I'm wearing would probably be at least 2 sizes too large, and I would just generally be dressing like Howard Hughes. But more important than having my own personal stylist, I just absolutely loved Darcy's personality, her intelligence, her wit, and her amazing energy. After getting to know her, I remember telling her that I hoped she and James would get married because I loved her. And most importantly, I could see how much they loved and adored each other. And so that was about 10 years ago now. And needless to say, I was psyched when James told me he was going to propose to her. I immediately thought to myself, it's about damn time. Cheers! Tara's up next to give a little speech of her own.
Large, you darn son of a gun, that's a hard act to follow. Okay, I am Darcy's older sister, Tara. I am actually going to invite 2 people up to me who are going to be even harder acts to follow. Her niece, Emma, and her nephew, Dalton.
Hi, I'm Emma. So Darcy has always been my adventurous aunt, and even when I was just 4 years old, I told my mom that Darcy was going to red sparkly heaven. But I was up for her mischief. So I have many fun memories with Darcy, but one in particular stands out in my mind as especially hilarious. So when I was 12 years old, Darcy took me to see a movie. And as you can see, Darcy and I kind of look alike. Like she looks more like my mom than my actual mom does. But this did not turn out well for Darcy when she took me to see the movie Neighbors. So for those of you who haven't seen it, it is a very inappropriate movie. Definitely not something you should go see with your aunt. So we walked into the theater, and before it even started, everybody was like giving Darcy these dirty looks, like, oh my God, why is she here? Because I looked like I was like 8 years old, and this movie was definitely R. So by the time it ended and like the credits were rolling, Darcy was rushing me out of the theater because everybody was like glaring at her, like shaming her for bringing me to this movie. So after this incident, we decided that we were gonna make her a shirt that said, "Don't judge me, I'm just the aunt, I make bad decisions." Sorry. So I wish I had time to tell you more stories, but Darcy, I'm so lucky to have you in my life, and you are the best aunt I could ask for. And James, I'm so happy I get to make more memories with you, and I'm so happy that you're finally part of our family. Congratulations, guys.
Hi, I'm Dalton. I have many fun memories with Darcy and James, and most of them include singing. Christmas at Grandma Hattie's wouldn't be the same with James playing the guitar and Darcy and him putting on a show. One year, I even got to sing with them. My part went, "Hey, Funky Bunch, what you guys doing?"
And you just ruined it.
I heard the funky beat that you were playing down here. It's a party over here. It's a party over here. Also, I remember a couple Christmases ago hearing the story of Darcy and James walking through a market singing Clarisonic. Your face doesn't exist. Your face is disgusting. It needs to be washed. No matter what we do, I always love hanging out with Darcy and James. Congratulations. Love you guys.
They're pretty All right, as I said, I'm Darcy's sister Tara. Chronologically, I'm the older of the two of us, but Darcy was always more mature. She could dance a lot better. And she always was more socially graceful than I was. Darcy was also more daring than I was. While I would generously split a $20 bill that I found in a snowbank on the way home from elementary school, Darcy would generously drag me through sewers on the golf course that were filled up with so much rainwater that we nearly fell in. In the end, I kept her safe, and Darcy kept me wild. This pattern continued into adulthood, where I raised a family in the suburbs, and Darcy got us kicked out of France. But for as many times as I rolled my eyes at her during our childhood, Darcy's unconventional ways have paid off. She is an entrepreneur who has built the most amazing family of friends in LA, and I couldn't be more proud. So I thank you, Darcy, for the best childhood, the most amazing childhood adventures, and for modeling a successful adult life outside of the box. And James, my sister's best friend, my fellow grammar cop, the man that I have proposed to on Darcy's behalf every Christmas since I met you. Our family is so fortunate that you finally said yes. And today, I give my little sister over to your keeping. I'm sure you already know that Darcy is delightfully chaotic. She is a beautiful mess, and loving her is the most splendid adventure. So enjoy. Congratulations, Darcy and James. I love you both.
We are now getting ready to prepare for the first dance by the bride and groom. Check 1, 2, turn that.
Check.
Oscar. Where's that? Check. 2. Oscar, turn that on. Check. Check 1, 2. Okay, before we do this, or while we get ready, Darcy, you ready for this? I want to give you guys all, this is for the three of us. We are
Check. There we go.
Crossroads with Detroit Knights. We are Darcy's Burning Man fam. And James. Darcy and I are secret road dogs. We have 100 adventures that you will never know about. Never. And Darcy called and said, hey, I decided to say yes again to James. And his time he said, okay, for real, we're doing it this time, for real, no takebacks. And she said, so would you guys be willing to come and sing for our wedding? We of course said, how much? No, not really. No, we said yes. We said yes, and then the band had to go away out of town, out of the country, and so we found a bunch of our new friends who are stepping in for the first time, the Detroit Knights.